Lawrence Kohlberg was an American psychologist best known for his theory of stage of moral development. Si Lawrence Kohlberg ay isang American psychologist na kilala sa kanyang theory of stage of moral development. Idinagdag ni Lawrence Kohlberg ang ideyang ito sa pamamagitan ng pagsusuri kung ano ang moral na pangangatwiran ay nagbabago habang tayo ay lumalaki. Papaano ang mga tao matutukoy kung ano ang tama o mali. Pagsunod sa tiyak na mga pattern ng pag-uugali ng tao, inorganisa ni Kohlberg ang 6 na ito sa 3 antas ng moral na pangangatwiran. Mga nakalahok sa kanyang pag-aaral kabilang ang mga matatanda, kabataan at mga bata ay hinihiling na makilahok sa pangangatwiran ng isang dilema or sa isang dilema.
Lawrence Kohlberg quoted this idea by examining how moral reasoning changes as we are grown with people determine what is right or wrong. Following specific patterns of human behavior, Kohlberg organized the 6 stages into 3 levels of moral reasoning. Participants in his studies, including adults, teenagers, and children, were asked to offer reasoning to a dilemma. An example that Kohlberg used a moral dilemma is as follows.
Stage 1. Obedience and punishment orientation. At this stage of moral reasoning, the individual acts from a belief that if they do something wrong, they will be punished, so that the best reason for avoiding doing wrong is to avoid punishment.
Conventional morality, young children under the age of 9. Stage 2. Individualism and exchange. This stage observe how children begins to adopt the views that but also recognize that there is more than one point of view for each matter. Each person is a different and will therefore have a unique outlook according to their interests. In terms of our example, about they may reason that we may think that it is right to take the drug, but the pharmacist would not. The second stage relies heavily on the exchange of favors and can be summarized with the common marketing saying, "What in for me?" Children at this age are not motivated by friendship or respect, but the personal advantages and involved. For example, if a parent asks their children to complete a chore around the house, the child may ask what the benefit would be to them. The parents often recognize the "you scratch my back and I scratch yours" mindset at this stage and offer a reward such as an allowance.
Good day everyone, I am Irish Ayla Ungayan. So let's proceed to conventional morality, older children, adolescents, and most adults. Stage 3. Good interpersonal relationships. This stage recognizes the desire to be accepted into societal groups as well as how each person is affected by the outcome. This stage recognizes the desire to bring in social groups as well as how the outcome affected each person. In terms of our example above, the man should take the medicine from the pharmacy in order to be a good partner to his wife. Children in the third stage are typically preteens or early teenagers and have now adopted the societal norms as their own, while they believe that people should behave appropriately in their communities. They recognize that there is no simple solution to moral dilemmas. In stage 3, a good man and his wife orientation, this stage of moral development is focused on living up to social expectation and roles. There is an emphasis or conformity being nice and consideration of how choices influence relationships. In Kohlberg's study per the example above, they accepted that he should steal the medicine and he was a good man for wanting to save her. They also reasoned that His intentions were good, that of saving the life of someone he loves.
Stage 5. Social contract and individual rights. At this stage, people begin to account for the differing values, opinions, and beliefs of other people. Rules of law are important for maintaining a society, but members of the society should agree upon these standards. Child or the individual becomes aware that while rules might exist for the good of the greatest number, there are times when they will work against the interests of particular individuals.
Orientation to universal ethical principles. The appropriate action is determined at this stage by one's self-selected ethical principles of conscience. These principles are abstract and apply to all situations. The final stage is based on respect for universal principles and individual conscience demands. He begins by explaining the school rules and why they exist. He then clarifies that rules are only valid if they are founded on justice. The commitment to justice entails the obligation to disobey unjust rules. Compassion is the highest moral principle of the headmaster.
This stage was created to acknowledge the use of justice in moral reasoning. General, universal morals and ethics are used as a baseline for what is right and just. These are often abstract concepts that cannot be clearly defined, only outline equality, justice, dignity, and respect are all ideas that form the basis of universal principles. Laws and rules are only effective if they support the universal principles, which each person at this stage works to uphold. Similarly, they work on disobeying laws that are unfair and feel guilty if they don't obey the laws that they believe in. Individual at this level of reasoning behave in a certain way because it was the right thing to do and were not motivated by laws or societal expectation. Kohlberg found it challenging to identify participants in his studies who could consistently display moral reasoning in the sixth stage.
A man named Heinz, who lived in Europe, had a wife whom he loved very much. His wife was diagnosed with a rare type of cancer and did not have long to live luckily. There was a pharmacist who invented a drug called radium that could cure her. The pharmacist owned all rights to this medication and decided to sell it a high markup in order to make a profit. While at cost only $200, to make he sold it for 10 times that amount, $2,000. Heinz did not have enough money to pay the exorbitant price, so he tried fundraising to cover the cost with time running out. He had only managed to gather $1,000, which was not enough to buy the medication. Heinz begged the pharmacist to sell it to him at a reduced price, but the man refused. Desperate and running out of time, Heinz broke into the pharmacy after hours and stole the drug. Was this the right or wrong thing to do? Why?
Stage 4 depicts a person's moral development as a member of a larger society. Each person becomes more aware of the impact of everyone's actions on others and focuses on their own role. While the third stage emphasizes close relationship between friends and family, the stage 4 attempts to maintain social order in the community.